Alright everyone, so in this video I am going to explain to you how I was able to come out with an AI powered financial management system. So this was on the 12th of May. A friend of mine from Legon reached out to me. So as you can see the message, he texted me asking me to help him build a new project, as the first one we did earlier on couldn't go through. So he promised to make some payment, and then I also promised to do my best for him. So quickly I needed to put down few things and then get a project done. So let's check it out. So the first thing we did was to get what we called our proposal. Okay, and then I will encourage every developer. I know most of you do it, but then if you are not doing this, trust me, you're always going to have headache during your coding section. And I mean the preparation, right from coding to deployment, you are really going to suffer. So the first thing we did was to document everything down. So we had a project review, we had our problem statement, we had our objective set. Then we looked at the tech stack we are going to use. That is very, very important. So for the front end, we used HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then PHP. Then for the styling, we looked at Bootstrap and then CSS, of course. Then for the alert, okay, most projects lack this thing, which is one thing that I always advise myself, that whenever I'm building a project for anyone at all, you should be able to employ, or you should be able to add an alert. And here we use the Sweet Alert 2, okay, or the Sweet Pop Alert 2. I really love that alert pop, and it's very nice, and it makes the thing looks very beautiful. Then for the typography, we looked at Times New Roman for the font, and then the font size we looked at 14 font size. Yeah, then the color scheme, you define all these. We looked at black and gold. Then for the back end, we considered PHP for the logics and then the routing. Then for the database, MySQL. Then we're going to use an AI because it is going to be a financial management system. So the AI is supposed to advise you based on your savings, whatever you are doing, your savings, your income, your expenses, and everything. So the AI is supposed to do that for you. So the first AI initially we decided to go for OpenAI and then Google Gemini AI, but later on we experienced some challenges, so we ended up using a different AI. So I'll show you that AI that I use, which is very, very powerful. I'll show you that AI. So these were the color schemes and everything. And one thing I've noticed is that, you know, we live in an era of AI. Okay, so there are most things that you can leverage on these AIs to do for you quickly, especially when it comes to the front end. But it is all about documenting. If you document your project very well, okay, and you understand AI prompting or prompt engineering, trust me, you are going to work very fast. If I should tell you that this was built within 2 days, you won't even believe it. I didn't even take 2 days, just that I worked the previous day into the next day because it was late. I was really tired, so I started the project around 11 p.m. and by 1 a.m. I was done because the plan was there. Everything was perfectly executed. I just have to prompt the AI tools for my front end. But for back end, sometimes I would advise not to use AI for the back end because sometimes you may end up leaving some potholes that if you don't pay attention, you are going to expose your codes to hackers. Okay, so this was my folder structure. My asset folder contained the CSS, the JavaScript, and then the image folders. Then the include folder has my header files, the sidebar, the footer. These are reusables that I could use throughout the codes. Then I had a page folder. So the pages, that is where you see my login page, my register, my dashboard, my income, expenses, report, the AI advisor, and then the settings. Then I had the API folder, which was handling the AI written. Okay, then I have my config folder, or the configuration folder, which handled my database file. Then the index folder, the application entering point. So over here in my index folder, I didn't do any I didn't include any what's the name, login or registration. Okay, I actually did those ones in the page so that the index will just be taking the routing and everything, just to prevent hackers from having access to everything. Then so for the reusables, I defined everything clearly, stated what each and everything will do. When you come, you can see on the dashboard the things that I are going to see on the dashboard. So I don't want to talk so much about this because the project's already done. So I want us to get straight into the project, and then we take it from there. So let's go into the project now. Okay, let me log out first. So when you log in, this is the interface of the project. This is the login page. So if you are new, you sign up. So you sign up here. So this is the sign up page. So you need your full name, your email, password, and then finally log in. So since we are all new, let's start with our full name. So my full name is Amankwa Kwesi Emmanuel. Let's take a Gmail. So let me say Kwesi 90 at gmail.com. Then password, let me choose anything very simple to use. So sign up. So this is the sweet alert pop that I told you about. Then here we now log in with our email that we created, or the details that we created. All right, so now we are in our dashboard now, looking great with our gold colors and everything. We have some stat cards here. So you see the AI tool telling us that track your income. Since your income for the month is 0, focus on securing a source of income as soon as possible to build a foundation for your finance. Consider updating your budget with expected income plan. So this one actually updates itself every 5 minutes. Okay, so every 5 minutes the AI updates you based on what you have in your account, what you are doing, and then everything. Now let's look at the start card. Okay, before that, let's look at the header. So the header, your name appears fully here, where you can edit your name. Okay, you can edit, change your password, and then also sign out. Then you have your time showing, the AI advisor showing here. Then here we have the year under review, which is 2026, the month. So you can change the month, and then your database should be able to update itself. We are in June. So I recorded this video in 1st June. So we are in June. Let me go to May, update. Okay, the system will update itself and then tells you what you've done, but then we've not done anything here so far. So let's leave it and then maintain the June. Now let's come to income. So we have to add a source of income here. We are just exploring the tabs. Let's come to expenses. We have to create one report. We have to create one, the AI advisor. Okay, we have to also check one, then settings. So settings here, you can update your profile. Okay, so let me try and see if I can update my profile. Tyronnet, let me go to images. Let me save it. Perfecto. Okay, so the image has changed. All right, so then now let me come to my, so this is hosted online. So as you can see, so these are the folders that I told you about. So as you can see, I have my page folders, the include, the config, the assets, and then the API, and this is my index. So when you go to the pages, you can see everything created nicely. You get it? Then you come to the includes as well, just like I explained to you. So when you have the planning set, it is easy for you to go about everything. Okay, let's go back. You have to do this quickly. So let's look at something here. Now I built it in such a way that when it comes to your category, so we have the freelancer, which talks about an income. We have salary, which is an income. Entertainment is expenses, food expenses, savings expenses, transport expenses, utility expenses. Okay, so here you are going to set a budget. Okay, so you set a limit. So let's say I believe that this month entertainment, I should spend 300 cedis on entertainment. Food, I should spend 1,000 cedis. Savings, I should save, let's say, 1,005. Transport, I should spend close to 400. Then my utilities, let's say 700. Then I update them. So once these are updated, they are here. So for the month, this is what the AI is going to use to advise me. Okay, so once I take my salary, I'm going to apportion some to these ones. Okay, so now let's go. You can also add your categories depending on what you do. Okay, now let's go to my income. Then let me say source is salary. So what is my salary? I earn, let's say, 6,000. Let's put it that way. Now the date I received this salary was 21st or 26th, sorry, 1st June 2026. Okay, so any notice, nothing. I use optional, so let me record it. Now you can see that my salary is recorded, and then I can make some changes in case it wasn't like that, or I can delete it. Now when you come to the dashboard, the AI is loading. Okay, so on my dashboard, my income for June is 6,000. I've not made any expenses in June. The whole year, this is the income I've received. The whole year, this is my expenses. Then when you come here, I've not made any savings yet. Even though I have budgeted to save 1,005, I've not made any savings yet. My remaining balance and everything. So this is my budget limit that I set for myself. So as it stands now, everything is under budget because I've not spent anything. Then this is a chart showing whatever that I've done. So the green shows my income, the yellow shows my expenses. In June, I've not done any expenses, so the latest transaction I did was my salary. Now let's move on to income. Okay, we've done the income. Let's go to expenses. Expenses. Now let me select entertainment. Remember, entertainment, we set, I think, 300 cedis for that. So at the end of the month, how much did I spend on entertainment? So let's say I spent, let's say, 250 on entertainment. Then I save it. So you only come here when you are done with the month. Let's go to food. Let's say I spent 1,200 on food, saved. Then I spent savings. I was able to save 2,500. Then let's go to transport. I spent 300 on transport. Okay, let me see. I spent 500 on transport. Then let's go to utility. Utility. So utility, I spent, let's say, 700 on utility. All right. So within the month, these are my expenses. Okay, these are all my expenses within the month. Okay, now let's come back to the dashboard. Now when you go to the dashboard, you will see something here. The AI reviewed and adjust transportation expenses. Consider reducing your transport spending, which has exceeded the limit set by this. Okay, now when we look at the transport, let's come to the transport. transport, I set a transport that I'm going to spend 400 cedis for transport, but then I ended up spending 3,000 on transport alone. You get it? Which is way far. So the AI is prompting me that, hey, you said you are going to spend 400 cedis, which you've spent more than 2,600, because I've spent 3,000 on expenses, on transport alone. So the AI is going to advise you. When you refresh the page, the AI is going to, okay, it's still on transport, because that is what it can recognize, that you have used a lot on that. You get it? So the AI, so here you see that you set 300 for entertainment, but then you've spent 250. So he said you are near limit. Then here you set 1,000, but then you've spent 1,000 to overspent. So you have been one. Savings. Oh, I didn't do anything for savings. Okay, I'll check it again. Transport. Okay, you stated you want to spend 400 on transport, but you ended up spending 3,000. You've exceeded that. Then the utility too. Okay, utility near limit, the same thing. Now let's come back and then do for savings and see. I think I did for savings. Okay, I didn't do. I did transport twice. Then let me delete one. I did transportation twice. So let's go to savings. Then let's say I saved 2,500. Then let me save it. Go back again. Okay. So the AI is advising you again. Then you come to savings. So savings, I budgeted 1,500, but I was able to save 2,500. So target met. So I've even exceeded my target, which is fantastic. So now you can see the map drawing up to my expenses and then my income. It's left with small to reach it. So when you come here, the start card now explain everything to you again. You took 6,000, you've spent 5,150. Then so this is the yearly, this is your yearly income, yearly expenses. Savings, you did a very good job. So this start card actually tells you how much you are saving every month. So it will just be adding up. Okay, then balance that you have 850. Then total balance in your fund, that's the carry forward. Okay, so this is how the chart now looks like. Now let's go to the report before we come to the AI. Now once you click on export report, you get a very nice interface, very nice one. So your financial report tells you everything: your total income, your expenses, your net, your saving rate. So this one shows you, the donut shows you how much you've spent. Okay, when you go to the report, actually you get a percentage. So you get a breakdown of everything, then the actual percentage you've spent. So everything here looks very nice and then perfect. Very nice and perfect. All right, now let's come here. Then here you see the percentage itself. So when you click on it, you see that savings, you spent 48% of your income on savings. Then here food, you spent 23.3%, 13.6% on utility, 9.7% on transport, then entertainment 4.9%. So in that order. So this is how it works. Now let's look at the AI. So when you log into the AI type, so hello, I'm Anquire, I've recognized so you just say hello, then ask the AI. So the AI now is going to tell you, I am glad we are here to review your distance, blah 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 blah. Okay, so I want to ask the AI that, based on my savings, which year can I buy a car if I should continue saving that way? Okay, so this is my prompt. Let's see what the AI will say. All right, so this is the instruction the AI gives. So let's analyze your saving progress. Based on your current savings, you have a total accumulation life savings of 2,500 and a monthly saving of 2,500 per your June savings. Okay, assuming you continue saving 2,500 per month, here is a rough estimate of when you might be able to afford a car. Average car price in Ghana is 50,000 to 100,000 depending on your current savings, blah 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 blah. Using a sample calculation, let us assume you aim to save for a car price at 5,000. You would need approximately 20 months of savings. So it will take its time and explain everything for you. Everything. Okay, so I said, okay, now draw a financial plan for me as I prepare for this journey. Let's see what the AI will say. All right, so it's able to prepare a plan for me. So the short term, that is 6 to 12 months, the middle term 1 to 2 years, the long term 2 to 5 years. So every plan is set. Okay, now let me show you the AI tool that I use. So the AI tool I use is called the Clock AI. Okay, their API is free. The current API I'm using is very free. So this is the AI that I'm using, and as you can see, it's very fast and then reliable. Okay, so you just have to set up, start building, and then take it from there. So this is my financial management system that I built for my clients. So I'm available as a freelancer. You can go to my website. This is my personal portfolio website, where you can see most of the projects that I've done. Okay, most of the projects that I've done. So this is my latest project. So I have so many projects that I've worked on. So you can hit me up and then we take it from there. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.